Well, Free Agent Frenzy has begun. It is July 1st. Happy Canada Day, everybody. What a busy day today for the Vancouver Canucks. I can't believe the amount of signings they had today. It was a lot of fun. I want to begin today's video with thanking Rev Trev for having me on his channel on the live stream, talking a lot about Canucks hockey, talking a lot about hockey in general, and some of the signings that were happening today. There was over $1 billion in total cap space signed today, which is like unreal when you think about it. But you know, it's a new time, it's a new era in the NHL as the cap has gone up, so more available cap for teams to spend. And I also think that the Canucks did some pretty awesome things today to shore up their team. And what I mean by that, because on the live stream there was some negativity talking about the fact that Canucks didn't go after those big game fishes, I guess, if you will. So what that means is people like Jake Guentzel. Jake Guentzel ended up staying with the Tampa Bay Lightning for 7 years, for big money, $9 million per year. Then we looked at Steven Stamkos, who signed with the Nashville Predators. But the one thing we have to keep in mind with some of these big names is their age and how long they're signing for. So Chris Tanev, 34 years old, signs with the Maple Leafs for 6 years. So he's going to be 40 years old when his contract is up. Is he still going to be playing when he's 40 years old? The Canucks, on the other hand, they stayed young. They started with signing Jake DeBrusk, 27 years old, for 7 years, which means when he's 34 years old, this contract will be up. 34 is not bad. I'll take 34 over, 44 or something like that. It's a smart signing. Jake DeBrusk will play on the wing with Elias Pettersson. If not him, he'll play on the wing with JT Miller. But either way, he's going to be somebody who brings offense and defense, a good two-way game, to the Canucks top six. And $5.5 million per year for that contract. I'm definitely okay with that. I think that's very reasonable, and I think a lot of Canuck fans would agree. So when we look at how it affects the team, we've taken out Ilya Mikheyev and we've inserted Jake DeBrusk. Jake DeBrusk, I think you would agree, is definitely a better player offensively than Ilya Mikheyev. That being said, you never know if Ilya Mikheyev is going to come back this year and show us exactly what we were missing the last 2 years. You just never know. That's the way the NHL seems to work. Players get moved and then they get mad, right? So that happens. We're just going to hope that the Vancouver Canucks are looking better this year compared to last year, specifically with Jake DeBrusk. They also signed Kiefer Sherwood to a 2-year, $1.5 million contract, I believe. Pretty good AAV, in my opinion. I think that Kiefer is going to bring some snarl to the bottom six. I'm really looking forward to something like him playing with Dakota Joshua. I think we may have one of the best fourth lines in the NHL with him playing on it, so I'm really excited about that. I'm also intrigued to see how it affects players like Jonathan Lekkerimäki in the way he comes up and joins the team. If he does join the team, there's a good chance that the Canucks decide to keep him in the AHL this year just to cook and develop and become one of the better players in the AHL. They signed a goaltender on a two-way contract, and his name escapes me. I will put his name down below. He is going to play most likely in Abbotsford so that Seelovs can play up with the big club. But you never know. He did play he played a few games, for the Vegas Golden Knights in his past. So he does have some NHL experience. He's got a .903 save percentage, I want to say. So in the end, I think that's a good signing too, again, for depth. The other interesting signing that they made today was Derek Forbort to play on defense, most likely the third pair. He's a very big body. He's a man who's basically plays the penalty kill, PK specialist. There's going to be some real interesting scenarios where we're going to need that guy to step up for the team. That being said, you don't have players like Ilya Mikheyev causing penalties anymore. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm very intrigued to see the way this team works. It's going to be interesting on a defensive level. I think these guys are going to stop some pucks from going in their nets. So I'm really looking forward to that. Also, they signed Vincent Desharnais from the Edmonton Oilers on a 2-year, $2 million contract. That is going to be a really, really good contract, I think, because he's also got some strides to make in his game, and he's going to do that really well playing with the Vancouver Canucks, playing on a defensive pairing, most likely with somebody like Carson Soucy, most likely is where we're going to see him. Also, let's not forget about Danton Heinen, signed for 2 years at $2.25 million AAV, I believe. He's going to be a very interesting middle six, I would say, forward. He's going to bring some snarl as well, but I think more than anything, the forecheck is going to be really, really good this year with players like Heinen, with players like DeBrusk. DeBrusk is a goal scorer, and so is Heinen, as long as he's with the right pairing. So when you've got that, and then you add the depth that we've gotten with Nate Smith. I keep wanting to say Nate Schmidt, but Nate Smith, who's going to be a kind of a fourth line contender on center. So basically competing with Nils Aman to take that center position. And then you've got like goaltenders. They signed that goaltender. I forget his name, so I'm going to put it down below. But he's basically going to compete for the Abbotsford starting goaltender position with Tolopilo. We'll see how that works out, because Tolopilo is a pretty good goalie, and I know he could play in the NHL if he needed to, based on what I've read about him and what I've heard about him. So let me know what you guys think down below. I really believe that they're going to be a better team this year based on these signings alone. I know that they will be better defensively. Offensively has sort of, there's a position there, because you never know what Pettersson is capable of. You never know what Miller's capable of. You never know what Garland is capable of. I think if they come back and have an even better season this year, man, they could be a really tough team to beat. But defensively, I promise you that they're going to keep that puck out of the net. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you guys comment. Give us a like if you haven't already. And also, thank you guys so much for your support on the live stream today with Kempner Canucks. I really appreciate it. All your comments, and those of you who have subscribed already from that, I appreciate that as well. Make sure you guys check out his channel. I'll put his channel down below so you can check that out as well. Thank you guys again for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Go Canucks, go.